Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag.
On air, let time right up.
What is up out there? How is everybody doing tonight? And welcome to another episode of Sportsbites. Sportsbites, we are your #1 sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds, sports and snacks. Tonight, we are coming to you live from Varsity Park Studios at Varsity Park Franklin. Check out Varsity on Facebook or at varsityparkfranklin.com. Tonight, our guests, we've got my lovely wife, Rachel. Rachel,
What's up, guys?
how you doing?
I'm good. Good to see everybody. I'm glad to be here tonight.
Across the board, we've got Dr. Mike on the mic.
What's up, Randy?
What's going on, brother? And I see we got our Robert Bialik over there. Robert,
Hey, Bob.
Smirch.
What's up?
The besmircher.
How is everybody doing tonight?
Good, man.
Good.
All right. Well, big changes. Big
Yeah.
changes
Yeah,
here.
no
Like
doubt.
it.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yes.
Here in our new
Right.
Did a good
room.
job remodeling.
Fun,
house looks
right?
great,
I know.
Randy.
Our basement's looking a little bit different these
Yeah.
days,
Only,
guys.
I wish. But yes, again, brand new studio session. Whole new look for the podcast, whole new look for the brand, and we are super excited
So glad to be
here. Very, very excited. Looking forward to a lot of great things with this new setup. How about you guys? What do you think?
Dude, we're pumped,
Yeah, it
man.
looks
Dude,
great.
this looks great.
Awesome.
Shout out Jim over there at Varsity Park helping us out.
Yes,
This
Jim.
looks great.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much, brother, for reaching out to us and helping make this happen. This is just mind blowing. I'm still super taken away that we're even here right now. This is just crazy to me. That being said, as we always do, starting this thing off, we just want to start off by thanking everybody out there. Thank you to all of the fans, all of the Sportsbites family. Thank you so much for all of the the likes and the comments and the subscribers and just the support and love that you have showed this podcast since it started. This is a huge step, and we just want to let everybody know that we are moving up. This is the next big step. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We're super excited. And that being said,
Randy, I got one more thing.
lay it on me.
I want to give a special shout out to everybody that we met at the chili cook-off.
Yes.
We had a great time down there. We got some new subscribers.
Did you bring the plaque?
I did not bring the plaque, but we got second place, okay? I'm
was
really proud of
awesome.
that. It was a team effort. Chef Randall couldn't have done it without you.
Chef-
Rachel coming through with the emergency spices that we needed just to bring the extra
Yes,
heat.
exactly.
Robert showing up to help sling some chili.
Yes.
So,
We had a great time out there. It
Thanks
was-
to you
Brought
guys.
the kids.
And the kids were out there. We had a great
Like,
time. It
was-
was a great day. And thank you to Twisted Track for hosting the chili cook-off. And we're coming back next year, and we're going to get first place. So thank you, everybody. Shout out to everybody who showed up and our new subscribers that we met out there. We had a great time.
Yep. And if you know of any other chili cook-offs in the area,
Yeah.
give us a comment.
Big events, yeah.
Let
Mike,
us
anything
know.
we can be a part
We
of.
like these events. I know I had a lot of fun there, just being with the people and getting
think-
ready to chat.
The main one that used to be in May is now like November or something now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they used to have it the same weekend as the Strawberry Festival.
Right.
I think
It's now-
it got moved.
Okay.
To like the fall.
Well,
I got you.
if there's any more in outlines, I mean, I don't know. I'll go to Rocky Mount for a chili cook-off.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Yeah, I'm down. We have award-winning chili.
I'm saying second place.
No, realistically, we have first place chili. We got hosed.
We did
by-
get
We
jobbed
did
on
get
it.
a
We
little bit hosed.
Yeah,
did
we
get
got-
jobbed a little bit, but that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. Hey, you know what? For the first time, we had a blast.
Yeah,
we had a
and,
blast.
I'm
It
looking
was
forward to
fun.
doing it again next year,
Yes,
man.
absolutely. Well, actually, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I mean, all these shout outs, we do have one other shout out to make. So, this whole new setup, as you're out there seeing right now, if you're on watching us right now, you're noticing live comments, live feed, live everything right now. So, I feel as though we need to go ahead and make the big shout out as well. This is not possible with the way we've been doing things.
No.
We have a person who we were blessed has decided to come on board with the podcast and be a huge part of this.
Astronomical help.
Yes.
Absolutely. You can't see him right now, but I promise you, he's right beside the camera over there. We've got our tech guy, new production guy, new awesome part of the podcast
Yes.
crew,
Thanks for being here.
Josh Richards. Josh,
Hit that applause.
yes. Where's our applause at? Thank you so much, Josh. We greatly appreciate it. Well, that being said, you know what else is awesome? Something we do every episode. You know what is really awesome?
Snacks.
Snacks.
Y'all ready?
I'm so
I'm
ready.
ready.
Feeling a little hungry.
All
right.
No way.
So, I've got a few different little things. What do you want? We'll put the sweet one right in the middle.
Okay. I do like a sweet sandwich.
Yeah. So we'll start with these. Now, Randy picked these up. This is all in Japanese. So,
Except for the
but
back label. That's how I knew it. It says right-
wait a second, okay.
chicken wings.
roasted chicken wing flavor, Japanese
and
Lay's
bologna.
chips. I feel like this is really gonna go just like those IHOP chips. They're gonna be really good, or they're gonna be really bad.
If those, I'm going to say this and take it as it. If those were American Lay's, I probably wouldn't even
All right.
thought about trying them. But I was like, you know what? Everybody talks about Japanese Lay's are
We don't-
so good.
We do not want to flashback to those Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
really?
no.
Oh no!
That's
right.
not a good sign.
All right, I'm gonna wait. Just
Yeah, I think we should all just wait.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
grab just the one. I'm not sure how I feel about those.
Why does it smell like pancake syrup?
Is that what it sounds smell like?
Lay's got us again. Tutti Frutti pops out. Gotcha. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I get a strong celery smell,
You know what I'm getting out of that?
or chicken bouillon, or something.
Ramen.
Oh, yeah, it
ramen.
smells like chicken broth.
Yeah.
So then when I opened
Ramen.
the puff of just stank hit me right in the
Yeah.
face.
As long as, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruities, those smell
Maybe I don't.
terrible. I want a big one.
I need to go to a doctor.
Big old crunchy
All
one.
They
right.
should have married me then.
Ah,
All right, let's
family
try it.
friendly. Cheers.
All right.
Okay.
Now, you just keep those right here.
You guys want another
those are
one?
actually-
Yeah. That
I was deceived. These are actually very
They're
good.
very good.
They taste
It's
like
chicken ramen.
Chicken ramen.
Yeah,
To be honest,
roasted chicken ramen.
AKA childhood.
right, right. Had it been
Late night
advertised,
weekends.
had it been advertised as
Yeah.
chicken ramen chips, still would have bought it.
Absolutely.
Still would have bought it. And now I'm getting not spicy, but just a tiny little kick at the end.
I don't hate them.
That's called MSG.
Oh,
Do you have a favorite flavor of ramen that isn't chicken
beef.
or beef?
Just
Oh, well, I mean, I do like some of the fancier brands that like come with like more ingredients,
I
like
hate
different.
No, I'm talking like
Yeah.
just top ramen. Just
Oh no, it's chicken every time
no,
with egg and more stuff.
no, none of that. Just I'm talking.
What
like,
are you a shrimp guy?
Fast.
no, I'm not a shrimp guy. I'm a creamy mushroom guy.
Get out what
You
you're
would
asking.
be.
I don't mind the shrimp though. Chicken is my least favorite because I ate so much of
Yeah.
it.
I
I
love
just
it.
got burnt out on it. I couldn't do it anymore.
I'll eat all of
those,
them.
But that scratches an itch. Those really
yeah,
do.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
I
Okay.
think,
Now we got some more stuff coming.
Yeah. So,
I think
all right.
we have to get any Japanese chips that we find
Mm-hmm.
here on out.
Right.
Yeah, just keep those.
Well, I got
coming.
another one coming that I think is going to be even better than the chicken.
Yeah, no,
Most
those,
definitely.
I'm pleasantly surprised. But we'll save our review. Now, what I've got here, these are French Kit Kats. It says cookie crumble. So it's got Oreos, I guess, inside of it. So it's chocolate on chocolate.
So wait, are the wafers like Oreos
It's
or
all
is
chocolate.
it regular
Just
wafers?
chocolate on chocolate. There you are, sir.
While we're passing this around, I just want to say I see you guys commenting live as we're
Who we got on here?
streaming. It looks like we've got Mama, the Queen, Sandra is
I
out
got you.
there.
Is that
and we also have Dave on
we
there.
got Dave out there. What's up,
So,
Dave?
Thanks, guys, for interacting. Share it with your friends, and they can
All right.
think we're funny too.
Are you ready to try these?
Yep, here we go.
Here,
Yeah.
Robert's already in.
I'm going to be honest. That went the other direction of the chips for me. That went the opposite direction of where I thought I was going to go with that.
The French just stick to cheese.
Yeah.
And wine.
They did something with that chocolate.
Yeah.
And it ain't no Henri, what's his face from the
No.
TikTok videos.
Too chocolatey? Mm-hmm. See, I
Odd
thought you would
flavor.
like these because you like the mud pie Oreos that I got that were like chocolate on chocolate.
Do you like
Yeah, I don't-
cookies
these
and
don't
cream
taste the
Hershey's?
No, they don't.
Do you like cookies and cream, like the Hershey's cookies and cream bars?
I do.
French Kit Kat.
I don't like
Yeah.
That's what these taste like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see. These are the ones I'm most excited about, though. These are Pop Daddy pretzels, Thai honey curry pretzel sticks. There's a lot of flavor, like a lot of different flavors going on there.
That makes me think sweet and spicy, which I am a fan
They
of.
smell good. They smell good. You like curry?
He's okay.
I prefer gel if I had to choose one.
Yeah, the hokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Well, I've already had one.
Oh, they do smell really good.
They've got a little. I'll let you try them. You don't have to huff it.
Yeah.
Well, I do to get the flavor, the
Yeah.
taste.
All right.
Okay.
Let's dig in.
Cheers.
Yes. Where'd you get them? Where'd you get them?
I got these at the candy store in downtown Roanoke at Center in the Square.
The candy store.
The candy store. It's a mecca of all things snacks. Really is. They got international stuff
And if they don't have it, I think they will look for it.
and
for
all
you.
your favorites. These are really good.
Yes.
I love curry.
I
I like curry, but I usually need I like a coconut curry. I like it to be a little bit like on the creamier, sweeter
I
side.
think that's why they put the honey in there and try to balance it out. I don't get much honey, but
I would
definitely
I don't either.
I'd
It's straight
destroy a
curry.
bag of those.
Really?
Those are so
I would
good.
too. Yeah, these are really good, and the spice on the end is delightful. I really like these. Randy has a perplexed look.
He's not sure.
He doesn't know.
He's waiting for more layers, I
Well,
feel like.
no, so it's, I mean, it's no secret I'm not big on pretzels. And I'm sitting here trying to think,
I thought of that once I had already bought them.
But I don't really think I taste any pretzel at all. I think I only get the honey curry flavor. I don't really taste a lot of pretzel in there.
I think you need to see a doctor too.
Do I?
Yeah, definitely, because there is
Maybe
pretzel.
Because
pretzels don't have that much of a taste in
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They're a dry, like
bread.
like a breadstick, but better.
Easy, guys. It's too early for us to start this.
It's never too early.
Do you want some more, Rachel?
I kind of do want a couple more, but I want
Okay.
some more of those chips. You can just leave those over.
Yeah, the chicken chips.
What time's that candy store close?
I don't know,
I
like
think,
8 or
they
9.
close, I think they close a little earlier than that, probably 7.
That's a shame.
So you'll have to head down there tomorrow. Let me get 1 or 2 more of those pretzels so I can
Pop
make
Daddy pretzel.
a good.
And they had a bunch of different flavors, so that's just the one I found the most interesting.
It's
I
lip
love-
smacking, finger licking.
They all-
good.
See, I'm the opposite
They
of
are
Randy.
made in Michigan. So all you Michiganders.
I will
They also
love
had a
bread.
brown. They also had a brown butter flavor, brown butter and maple.
Oh well, that's what you should have got.
No,
Well, I already had a sweet one. I thought
this one sounds much better than that one.
They are, just to throw it out there, they are closed. They close at 6.
6.
They're open from 10 to 6.
That's a shame.
It appears Monday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday they open a little later, or are open a little later.
I'll forget by tomorrow.
Yeah.
I will too.
All right. Well then. All right.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to reviewing these things at the end.
Yeah. That was
I'll leave these out in
Are
case
these
anybody...
50% less fat than regular potato chips?
I don't know. I don't speak Japanese.
I see the minus 50. Could be
think
minus 50 something.
Minus 50% plant.
Oh, God.
I was
They're
wondering
potato
if it was
chips.
something about the packaging.
Oh, maybe.
All right.
Gosh.
Those are some good snacks.
All right, cool.
All
I'm
over
glad
the
you
board.
liked them.
Yeah.
Packaging actually seemed about 50% less than like what we get in a bag.
Maybe 50%
Yeah.
Which is
less.
pretty bad. Because
Yeah, because we don't get
Maybe 50% less air at the
No,
top.
that seemed like
Nah,
way more air.
that was a pillow.
There aren't many chips in there.
I guess
No, this is a 1 serving size bag.
that's one whole serving.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it says.
Fair enough.
Well, if it's on the label, it's got to be true.
Gotta be.
Well, yeah, it's like the internet.
Put anything on the internet that's not true.
Okay, cool. Well,
All right.
Well then, yeah, those would be fun to come back to. If
All right. You ready, Randall?
there's any left.
yeah, no, they're staying with me. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Well, that being said,
Let's do it.
let's move on to some sports.
Yes.
So, one big thing right now, y'all, NBA playoffs going off. We've already gone through some series. Play-ins were kind of crazy. Some series going through right now. Right now, we've got the Wolves killing it right now.
Yeah, they went up 2-0 last night.
Yep.
Dominating performance.
Against Denver, man. Like, that's...
On the road against the defending champs to come out and smoke them by, I don't know, 25, 30, whatever it was. Game was over at halftime.
Made Jamal Murray throw his wood heating pad.
Yeah, Jamal Murray did threw his heating pad onto the court. I don't know if he'll get suspended for that, but he's been having a bad series.
Yeah.
Like, he was 0 for in the first half of the game 1, wasn't playing well, and he had a bad game again last night. I think he's dealing with a little bit of injury, but still.
As good as Jokic is, he needs Murray to play.
Yeah.
Well, and slumps are hard. The playoffs are the hardest time to get out of a slump. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want to be firing off every game. So when you have those few games start being in a row, you really start having a hard time, like mentally as
That's
well.
what we talked about. Like, everything in the playoffs is just amplified. So
Yes.
if you have a bad first half, it's really going to stink. So
Yeah.
Denver's on the ropes. I mean, they are really on the ropes with the series going back to Minnesota.
Teams don't
Yeah,
lose
he
the
said-
first 2 games at home and
That's
come
tough.
back.
I mean,
Right on the
they're-
road.
You think they're bringing their brooms with them?
I don't know if
Maybe not that,
not the
but-
brooms. I think Denver's too talented to get swept. But if Minnesota has looked extremely impressive, and you're starting to see Ann Edwards just emerge and become like a superstar.
Yeah.
So but Denver, they're the defending champs for a reason. I think they'll come back focused and try to get game 3, because if they don't, they are done. They are cooked. It's a must win for them. Game 3.
They have to win both games in Minnesota. If they don't win both.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
it's done.
Yes. Yeah. Opening up at home and losing both. Yeah. You have to make that same move going back the other way to have a shot at it. I feel like. And I mean, it is Denver. Like,
Yeah, like I said, the
very
defending champs.
talented team. Yeah. I mean, they're.
But it's definitely a step up in class from the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, so, we talked early in the season about the NBA, like the new era NBA, and this lack of defense
Yep.
all the way through the season. The All-Star game kind of amplified that. Like, oh, now we're really not playing any defense. Like, no defense. Defense is like a lost art. And then you've got Minnesota in the playoffs. One of the best defenses that I've seen in quite a while. Number 1 defense in the league right now.
Well, that's why they're winning.
You think?
I mean, I somebody told me one time that defense wins championships, so
I've heard that too.
I just kind of go with that.
Did you hear that on like a blog or something?
I think I read it on Wikipedia.
Ah, okay.
I know. It was Ask Jeeves.
Oh, Ask Jeeves.
That's
You're
what it
right. Yep,
was.
that's
Now I
exactly where it
remember.
was.
Jeeves, I forgot.
No, they've been playing great defense, and Minnesota had that performance the other night without Rudy Gobert, who missed the game due to the birth of his first child. So shout out Rudy.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Rudy.
But still, and normally when they've got those 2 big guys down low, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good. So they've been putting the clamps on them. We'll see what Game 3 holds, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, game 3 is going to be
We
big.
got some good games tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, lots of games.
Cleveland and the Celtics starting Game 1, starting their series. Celtics should really have no problem sweeping
Yeah,
through them.
I don't think so.
I don't think Cleveland's going to offer much resistance because it's just Donovan Mitchell and everybody else.
Yeah.
And then you also have the series I'm looking forward to probably the most.
This will be a good series.
OKC and Dallas starting tonight. Just a lot of points, it's going to be a great series.
See if any defenses show up there.
Like the words stuck in my mouth. Like,
How many?
Get it out. I'm turning to Tiger.
No.
That look was perfect there. I was like,
He's like, get it out. Come on. Today, Junior. Today, Junior. Yeah.
well, I still have Dallas, man. I'm like, great team, tons of talent.
Luka and Kyrie have been playing out of their minds.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, and I just feel like Dallas wants it. Like, not that any of the other teams don't, but I feel like they want it a little bit more. They have insane drive. Like, every game they've come out, I feel like they've really pushed. Being playoffs, obviously.
Yeah.
You're expecting that to begin with, but yeah, I think that they are going to come out ahead on that series. I'd like to see them go all the way to the finals. I like the Mavs. It's insane that I like the Dallas Mavericks, but I hate the Cowboys as much as I do. But
They play a fun brand of basketball.
They do.
I like watching, like I said, I like watching Luka and Kyrie hoop, but I think OKC's got a couple young guys over there with SGA and Chet Holmgren. They're the youngest team in the league.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know how to win right now, but they certainly had the talent to go out there and compete. I think Dallas will win the series. But damn, OKC is really good, and it's going to be a tough. I think either one of those teams is probably going to be your West champ.
It'll be wild, man. It's wild. Tonight's going to be a big night.
No,
Big night for a couple teams to see
Set
how
the
they set the
tone.
tone. Exactly. Set the tone for those series.
We had Indiana and the Knicks last night.
Yeah.
Those two teams are just so different in the way they play basketball.
Golly, yeah.
Knicks want to slow it down, play defense, and score like 95 points. Pacers want to run.
And just shove it down your throat.
Yeah. And so Halliburton played like crap last night. They lost. It was a close game, but that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed
Pacers,
it.
though, no matter what, you cannot count them out of a game because they can put
No, they
put
can
points
score.
up so fast if they need to.
But they don't play any defense, and the Knicks have them in that. So
Yeah.
I like New York to win that series, but I don't think Indiana's going to make it easy. So.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
But it's the NBA. I think all the teams that you think aren't that great have kind of been cut out, minus like Cleveland.
Yeah.
'cause they suck. But they're just not that great. But it's starting to take shape.
Yeah, it's
And it's a great time of year because we have NBA playoffs going on and NHL playoffs going on. So it's just like if you are a fan in Boston, or if you're a fan in Dallas,
say
because the
Dallas,
Dallas Stars
yep,
are, you're just alternating between. We got NBA tonight and NHL tonight. So next night. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, speaking of the NHL, let's move over to the NHL. Now, I haven't personally got to watch a lot of playoff hockey this year. I've seen some highlights and stuff here and there, but talking before the podcast, you guys were talking about this overtime game, big overtime game, and it was a wild one. Just looking up some stats and stuff on it before the podcast. Let's talk about that for a minute. Open it up on this game.
Yeah.
You got the Maple Leafs.
Leaves?
Leafs. They're not leaves. They're
The Maple Leafs.
just Leafs.
Yeah.
Canadians. Okay, go ahead.
And yeah, Game 7 overtime against Boston. Talk us through it.
It was just another chapter in the misery of being a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. They cannot get over the hump, especially when it comes to Boston. Boston has kicked them out of the playoffs the last 4 or 5 times they've played them. And for one of the original 8 NHL teams, they've had no success since the 50s, 60s. They've got a great fan base, but it is a tortured fan base.
Yeah.
Very similar to like a Bills or an Eagles, if we could.
Wow.
Just,
Or Sabres even.
or Sabres,
Say,
yeah.
like we're not gonna say
could-
like the
we could keep
Cubs
it on
or
the
anything
same
like that.
level.
We're going straight Bills and Eagles on this.
Well, I'm
thing.
just
Yeah,
saying.
it's right for the jugular.
Did win it before, like
Oh, but the Sabres haven't. Thank you.
it's just been a long time.
I honestly forgot the Sabres were even in the league.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Goodness gracious.
No, it's been rough for the Leafs, and they fought to get it to the Game 7. Like all the Leafs fans were writing. Like after Game 4, it was basically all the Leafs fans are. Maybe we're just not good. Maybe we're just not any good. And then
Maybe they weren't
end up
wrong.
Spend a
winning.
ton of money though. And they got one of the best players in the league, Austin Matthews. He was hurt for a couple games of this season.
They don't play any defense,
No.
and
And it's a whole ass team.
again, the Capitals, they are what the Capitals used to be when the Capitals would win the President's Trophy every year,
And then get
be
to the
the
playoffs
leading
again.
scoring team in the league, and then you get to the playoffs and they lose in the first or second round. They're not built for playoff hockey. It changed for the Capitals when we traded for Niskanen and Brooks Orpik. We got defenders in, and we got bigger and.
And our goalie went on a tear.
And yeah, well, our goalie went on a tear, and the Leafs did lose. Wall brought
you're
the
also
Leafs back
terrible.
at
Brendan Holtby,
goaltending,
shout out wherever you're at.
and him getting hurt and not being there for Game 7 did hurt them, and the fact that Swayman played out of his mind.
Swayman's been on a tear. That's the one thing that if your goalie is playing really well, I mean,
Your goalie has to be.
I
playing
mean,
really
You mean like defense winning championships? I'm just my catchphrase. I mean, it's not a stereotype for
Live update. We'll talk about it later.
okay, no problem. But so yeah, I'd like the Eastern Conference matchup coming up with the Bruins and the Panthers. I think this will be a good game. Boston already picked up the first win, so and I forget Dallas and
who's down? I know
Canucks?
the
No,
Canucks are
playing-
playing Edmonton.
that. It's all Canada. Canada,
Well,
Canada wants that
I
cup back
mean,
so bad.
They haven't won a Stanley Cup in Canada since I can't even.
I think
remember how long
when
it's
Gretzky
been.
with the Oilers, right?
I think it might have been.
Yeah.
Golly.
So, the playoffs taking shape in the NHL too. So, I'm becoming more of a hockey fan because we've got the dogs here. And I've been coming to 6-7 games a year. I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I like
It's a
watching hockey.
Fun sport.
Playoff hockey.
Playoff
it's
hockey is
fast.
and playoff hockey is fast and just so intense. Every
Yeah.
second, every shot, everything means everything.
And just
Yeah,
to
it
watch
really
them, because
does.
we've watched SPHL games, and no disrespect to the SPHL and the Dogs, but watching these guys play and then watching the NHL players play and just how crispy they are.
Yeah.
And they don't make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And when they do, the other team will capitalize. So, but it's definitely a lot more fun playoff hockey. So, look forward to see how it shapes out.
Well, yeah, man. And so we've got NBA playoffs going. We got NHL playoffs. A lot of playoff stuff going on in the next couple of weeks that are going to really be really intense stuff. And we've got some more stuff to talk about, but we are going to take a quick break for just a moment. And so you all at home, stick with us. We'll be back in just a moment, right after this.
Ba-dum-bum.
That's the signal.
All right.
America.
We are back. Thank you guys so much for being patient with us. And we're ready to just
Oh, the wacky inflatable.
No.
thing.
That's Team America.
Oh.
Get the
give him the
signal.
signal.
Apparently, I'm not hip or cool.
Well, it's basically all that they could do with puppets.
Right.
Goodness. Well, while we were gone, checking some comments, Charles, we see some comments out there from you, buddy. Thinking the Knicks are going all the way. That's a big claim. That's the New York guy right there. He's a Mets fan. Knicks fan.
They're riding high.
Well, I mean,
Of course he's saying that. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Oh man. Well, that being said, let's move on. Big thing. Why, we had the 1 week break to just get all of this stuff set up, kind of figure out the direction we're going. And during that week break, one of the biggest things that we've been waiting for, we've done two pre-draft episodes, NFL draft.
It's come and gone.
It did not disappoint. I was very entertained at the NFL draft. But I never.
But were you
hearing
surprised?
Roger Goodell get booed never.
No, it never gets old.
It never gets old. He came out with Marshall Mathers.
it's the only thing that saved him.
Even then, people were like, "Oh, Eminem."
Roger Goodell has the best tactics as far as getting booed. Like, he'll bring out a bunch of orphan children, like
Right, the
handicapped
family,
children,
like, yeah, here's these veteran
Gold Star
families,
family.
yeah.
It's like, we can't boo because handicapped kids and Gold Star families. But when he's by himself,
It's twice as hard when he's by himself.
so he's using these families as like
A human shield.
Human shields, basically. It's a great tactic.
Well, I will say,
He was messed up.
yeah, no.
Oh my gosh. I was texting Robert into the group, like, is he drunk?
There
Because
was-
he had some slip ups where
I think
he had some surgery. I guess he
Yeah.
might have been on some painkillers, but he was definitely not using all of his faculties.
And there were some tough names in the draft.
It wasn't
there were
just
some
names.
tough
It was
names.
just like draft. I can't remember what the word was. But
Oh, like the word I was trying to
say,
say,
it sounded
really,
like Brett
really good.
yeah, it
He
was
was on his
definitely a
Biden.
struggle.
yeah, dude, you can see what I'm gonna be like, a little Biden-ish, man. But yeah, it was. I thought honestly, like, and I watch the draft. I try to watch the draft every year, at least obviously the first round. Big,
That's all.
they make it larger than life and stuff. It was a cool show out. Like it was cool to see. I feel like that'd be where the party is. Like it looked like a ton of fun out there.
So that's where me and you differed.
Yeah, that's-
Nothing about that looks fun.
No, not at all.
I survived Blue Ridge Rock Fest though, so I'm like, it doesn't bother me.
I don't even think most of those fans that they show
Are real fans.
They're actors. I don't think.
The gear always gets me.
Yeah.
It's like and I don't.
No, that
Hold
doesn't.
my
She hit the
tongue.
brakes real quick.
Ooh, I don't want to say any ill will about people, but you have people who have a certain air about them, and I don't know how much tickets to the draft cost. I would assume that they're pretty expensive, right? I mean, we would think.
To be fair, have you seen some of the people that are at the Super Bowl?
Or the Bills games, yeah. Yeah.
But,
Cowboys fans.
But no, I just nothing about that seems fun to me at all.
No.
It's boring watching it on TV.
It is boring.
It's just standing there.
Waiting through 32 picks for your team.
watching Goodell keep walking out, booing Goodell's fun the first.
But I
three
just I
times.
like the chime. That's what gets me going. Dun, 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 dun.
It could be your ringtone, and you could just hear it on
Yeah,
like a
I'm
random
I'm
ass
saying,
Tuesday.
no. I'm just saying. Only a draft time. I couldn't listen to it all year. I'm just saying.
Should that be your new intro music?
No.
And now, Dr.
No.
Mike
No,
Hotbong.
because- no.
So no, I never have any plans of ever attending
I would never attend a live draft.
live.
I would go to like Buffalo
I'll say it
if
depends
they
on
did
where
a
it
stadium.
was.
Like I know some of the NFL stadiums
Like a
around
draft
the country
party
had
or
a
something.
draft party. Like at the stadium, I would do that. That would be fun.
Yeah.
But that's just like a tailgate, right?
Yeah.
That's just a party.
yeah.
We're just a bunch of Bills fans or, whatever, Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, Ravens fans.
Yeah.
And they're just like partying.
No, I would do a draft
and
party.
have a good time.
I wouldn't go to the draft at every place that they have it, but depending on where the place was. I wouldn't say
They tried
no
to make
a
it fun.
trip.
They tried.
Yeah.
They tried.
You're gonna meet some cool people. You're gonna meet some not cool people.
That's
You're
like
gonna
a Tuesday
probably
at
get-
Kroger.
You're gonna probably get drunk, really, really, really drunk at the draft. I mean,
Still sounds like a Tuesday at Kroger.
Oh my god. Nice.
Tuesday at Kroger. Well, it's 7 p.m. in Roanoke. What are we going to Kroger after this?
Hey, give me margaritas. Oh,
like to go to the
draft
candy
tickets
store.
were free, according to Sandra. So there you go. People don't have to pay for the draft tickets. That's why they can afford all that crappy merch that they
I don't have to.
Thanks
pay
for the heads
that
up,
on my
Mama.
couch.
Well, that's what I was gonna like lead into is like they always have on the most obnoxious, tacky merch. I just
Says
remember,
the Bills fan.
Oh yeah. Vince Dubas over here.
yo, Baz is a national Trevor. Shut your mouth. But like, I don't remember what fan he was, but he had on like maybe a Steelers, but he had on like a license plate chest plate, and I was like, that's just. I don't know. I just don't like it. But whatever.
NFL super fans, I don't understand any.
That's true.
I don't get any.
Every franchise
They're
has
all-
one.
That's true.
They're all crazy.
Mental illness, yes, I would say that is prevalent.
Well, we can get to the meat of the actual draft if you
Yeah,
like.
let's do that. Let's jump in because
Yeah, let's get to the
there,
meat. You like
there was
that?
some.
Love the meat.
So,
I like the cheese.
one of the big things. 23 offensive players picked in the first round.
QB heavy.
Yeah, 6 quarterbacks in the top 12 picks.
That's a lot.
And then there was a huge gap between that one and then Spencer Rattler, your boy, that you
Yeah.
were in love with in the freaking 5th round or whatever.
Hey, I mean,
He still went.
they don't see what I see, Brent. They don't see what I
Yeah.
see. Apparently, Atlanta saw something that
Mind-boggling. That was.
I mean-
that was the head spinner of the first 10 picks.
But I don't know. I want to call it. So I was
a
talking to my
huge
friend
reach.
Crystal.
I like Penix. I think he's going to be good. I
I think
like
it's a
them
good
getting
culture
him.
fit.
I do think that the way that they got him didn't make any sense.
I think that they could have gotten way more value and still managed to get him
Right.
later on.
Right.
I mean,
They need defense in the worst way.
They did.
and they had the opportunity for literally any
Any
defender that they wanted. They could have had anybody.
I don't know about you, but when I've never been in an NFL draft, obviously, but in a fantasy draft, when players start going hot, it's like a scramble feeling.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, someone
when
will
people
start-
picking players too early, you're like, oh, shit, we're
shit.
doing QBs in round 2.
But-
like, I got to scramble and get a QB now all of a sudden. Otherwise, there won't be one left for me when I'm
Round
ready
5,
to
I better
play.
get Jimmy
But that doesn't-
Garoppolo.
Fucking Brett.
But that doesn't make any sense in this case because
Atlanta
you
knew
knew
Atlanta knew they
that
were
the
going.
top 3 picks were going to be QBs.
Yeah.
Everyone
Well,
knew that.
yeah.
So you've spent months knowing, okay, we're going to trade up to get that 4. Like they were the 4th quarterback that was taken, so they shouldn't have felt pressured. You knew what was going to happen.
No, I think Atlanta. I think they had known for at least days prior to the draft that was what they were going to do. That was their direction they were going.
Now I think it could turn out okay.
Oh,
for
yeah,
them
I'm not
in
doubt-
the future. I think he
I'm
could
not doubting the
sit
kid's talent.
and be their future quarterback, and then all the Atlanta fans would be like, "Oh, I'm so glad we did this." But
Oh yeah. I mean,
But at this moment, it doesn't make any sense because they have offensive weapons, Kirk Cousins at quarterback
In a dome.
They need defense.
well, and that was literally the only thing that I was like, I guess I can kind of see that angle was. You have an older veteran quarterback coming off a serious injury. He's had a couple injuries in his career. You don't know if he's going to Aaron Rodgers it next season and come out on the first drive and he's done. And then you at least need somebody that may not.
That's a
but you gotta have
very
a chance.
expensive insurance plan for the number 8 overall pick.
It is. It is.
And,
But I mean,
and he's already Penix is already old. I think he's 23, 24. He's already an older guy to get drafted. I mean, if optimally, if things go well in Atlanta, Kirk stays there for 2 years, plays well for 2 years. They signed him to, I think, a 3 or 4 year deal. He plays
More,
for,
I think, yeah.
yeah, he plays for 2, and then they cut him loose. I mean, he'll be 26 by the time he's starting. I mean,
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, like I said, I don't doubt the kid's talent. I've been on this podcast and said I like the way he plays, but
And that's where we always disagree. I do doubt his talent a little bit in the NFL. Actually, I'm not going to say a little bit. I mean, I'm just going to stick behind
in that dome, in that division with those players, I like him.
He
He's
needs
such
good
an
coaches.
accurate passer.
He needs good coaches to help him develop. If their coaching staff cannot help him develop, he gets happy feet, and to me, he does not do well under pressure. You need coaches to develop.
Well, yeah, we saw it. Michigan lit him up, and he struggled, but then he's still a rookie.
Woohoo, go Blue.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you right now, he just as easily could come out and be really successful in the NFL, and Caleb Williams could flop. I mean, it could happen. You never know until these guys get in the league and really get some time under their feet on the field with these NFL teams. Bigger, stronger, faster. You can look great in college. You go to the
we've
NFL,
seen that
you never
so
know.
Well, if
many
history
times.
tells us anything, Caleb Williams sucks. He's the Bears quarterback.
Well, I mean, he's the Bears quarterback. He's
Yeah.
also
Number
a number
one
one
pick.
overall from
Yeah.
USC. I mean, there's a lot of things historically he has against him. But
Yeah.
he could. I mean, don't get me wrong. He could make me eat every word I've ever said bad about him. He could.
What would be the butt fumble of today's day? Do you think it would still be a butt fumble?
What do you ask?
Yeah,
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Oh, I was just likening him to Sanchez.
Both USC
Parallel.
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Sanchez got the AFC championship.
He did. He took the Jets as far as he could take
As
them.
bad as he was pretty successful.
Yeah.
There for a little while.
Um,
I'm sure the Bears would take
any sort of
I was sure that
Well, they would take any quarterback.
any sort of competent quarterback play,
Yeah.
the Bears would absolutely take, because it has been a parade of Dookie in Chicago for years. So maybe this guy, but just something is a cloud of stink is just floating over the Bears franchise when it comes to quarterbacks. I'm not rooting against him, but I'm really not rooting for him either. So
Yeah.
The only one I'm rooting against is Jaden Daniels.
well, that's because he's in your division.
Ding ding.
I think the Commanders had a pretty good draft overall.
I think so.
They did.
I got one for you. So I got the crickets here, so I'm hoping it works. Brock Bowers to the Raiders.
I don't know what they were thinking.
Because that to me was just, I don't really even know. I'm speechless. I felt like that one, you have a good tight end. You're not running a two tight end
they just try-
team.
yeah.
That, talking to Chris about it afterwards, and he was like, well, they said that he was the best overall player available. And I was like, but you
can't do
needed
that.
you needed to stack some defense.
What you need.
And you, once again, just like we were talking about it with Atlanta, you had your pick of any defender that you wanted to go in the first round. You could have picked anybody.
I don't know. If you're in a situation like the Raiders, if you have so many needs, you take first round, take best available player that the best player that you think is on there. You're not going to fill every need that you need.
No, but you took one position that you didn't have a need. You had a whole list of things that you needed.
But
you
they
took a
felt.
guy-
I think they probably felt like that he was the best player available, and he's better than what we have.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, Brock Bowers. I'm not.
I
taking
think he's
anything
going
away
to be.
from
I think he's
Brock
going to be great.
Brock Bowers is dude. He's awesome tight end. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from that guy. Like, I just didn't understand the pick for that team. I could even see him going that early. That didn't surprise me at all either. It was strictly the team he went to. I was very.
I thought for sure he was going to go to the Jets.
I think unless you have like one need or two needs, don't worry. Then just try
what
to
you
get the
can
best
get.
players.
Yeah.
Get the best players that you can and try to go from there. You're not going to get there next year. You're not. This pick is not going to get you there next year, no matter what. If
You need a lot more
if you got so
pieces
many needs,
the
it's
puzzle.
going to take a lot. So just take the best available and accumulate a bunch of really, really good players.
I think
mean,
you have to accumulate some better coaching as well.
True.
Well, and I mean, now they at least have Pierce he showed at the end of the season he's trying to change the environment of football in that locker room. I like Pierce as their coach. I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to change how they play football there.
I think if I had to like wrap my head around this pick, I think Antonio Pierce wants to play a smash mouth style of football, like almost like Michigan. You know, we're going to run the ball, we're going to play good defense, and try to win.
It works.
And have a good running game and 2 tight ends, play action. You know, I don't know if it's going to work, but at least that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
So, I mean, with Devontae on the outside, a couple good tight ends running over the middle, a decent decent running game. I don't know who their
It
running
works,
back is.
but it did take quite a few years and a year of cheating to do it.
Hey. I don't think cheating is the right word.
Well, so let's talk about some
Gaining
favorite.
an unfair advantage.
Let's talk about some favorite picks for our own teams.
Oh, okay. Sure,
Some
yeah.
favorite picks for our own teams. I don't really want to start because I have 2 guys that I'm really excited about, but
Is this what moves us?
no,
Okay.
no, this is just our own teams. What was the thing you liked the most about what your team did in the draft?
I will say the best thing that the Ravens did is in the 4th round with their 2 4th-round picks, they get Devontae Walker out of North Carolina, wide receiver, a position of need. The kid is explosive. He is a great player, not the best route runner, but a great athlete. He can learn how to run routes, and he can take the top off of defense. He's a very good wide receiver. I like that pick. And then also cornerback TJ Tampa out of Iowa State. He was mocked as a first, 2nd round pick. He slid all the way to the 4th. Another position of need for the Ravens. This guy can be a lockdown corner to go with the 1st round corner that we got. I really like both of those picks because they bring a lot of value.
Yeah.
And the Ravens have notoriously been good at finding value at positions of need and translating it into a Pro Bowl player. So I like those picks for the Ravens. I like our draft top to bottom.
Yeah.
The one head scratcher for me was just getting Devin Leary. I don't know if we needed to draft a backup quarterback. Our backup quarterback right now is Josh Johnson, who's played for, I think, every team in the NFL. So to bring him in, I guess, as a backup, he fits the system well. But I don't know. We could have found an undrafted guy to kind of do that. That's where we got Tyler Huntley off. He was an undrafted free agent out of Utah. So, but at any rate, I like our draft overall. But those 2 picks in the 4th round, great value, great players, and I think they're both going to be contributors this year.
Fair enough. That sounds good. It makes you feel good at the end of it when you do feel good about your team's draft.
Yeah.
Because nothing's worse than going in and being like, we tanked that one completely. What do you think about Dallas? How'd you like the draft?
I could care less. I didn't care about the draft. I watched it, but I didn't. I had no feelings. I don't feel like that. Like, I'll never have a feeling right after a draft, oh, we tanked that draft, because you never know.
Yeah, I don't really,
Nobody knows.
no expectation.
Nobody knows how this is gonna pan out. I mean, I've seen videos of the Chiefs fans bitching when they drafted Mahomes. And, like,
True. That's true. Yeah.
Bills fans when they drafted
don't say that.
Josh Rosen was available. When the Bills drafted Josh
I know.
Allen.
I'm like, yeah, but Josh Rosen who?
So
Josh
no
Rosen,
one knows
my God.
anything. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I will say I have liked the Cowboys drafts over the last 5 years.
Yeah.
They have drafted well. I always enjoy getting offensive linemen in the draft. So first round,
Cowboys are good at picking offensive
Guyton,
linemen there.
and then 3rd round with BB. I like that.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
never have too many offensive linemen, in my opinion. So.
You guys have built a great line, and the fact that you draft those guys like that, like
Nobody
that
to run behind
continues
it, but
to
whatever.
build, they continue.
No,
to
we have
build on it.
nobody to
Yeah,
run
no,
behind. What a running back room.
I think they're just gonna go 5 wide the whole season.
Zeke takes up the whole running back.
Sorry, guys.
Technical difficulties over here. First run on this, the rough draft. Gotta work the things out these first couple episodes.
So we're talking about, like, how do you feel about the Bills trading with the Chiefs out of all the teams they could trade with in the draft?
So that they
Like,
can get the fastest
So
guy.
they can get the fastest guy. Like that. I was perplexed on draft night. I was like, out of all the teams they could trade with.
It is. Maybe it's the Bills fan in me, right? But like, I'm always like, trust the process. Trust the
That's
process.
a Philly thing.
Brandon Bean has like just put it in my head. Like, I'm trusting the process. I don't know. I like our pickups. We got Keon Coleman, which I was just gassing him
great
up.
player.
Love him.
I like him.
Fantastic. And then
Where do you go to school at?
Oh gosh, Florida State. Of
That's
course.
Right. That's right.
And Cole Bishop, safety out of Utah, went to school with Dalton Kincaid.
Okay.
So they've got that connection. I know Dalton Kincaid was really kind of an advocate for getting Cole Bishop there. We lost, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer in the offseason. I don't know what's going on with that. We lost a lot in the offseason. That defense is a little ravaged, but I hope it's a good pickup, and, they help us at least stay competitive. I don't want to go back to those dark years, the below 500 years.
We got Norwood on line 1 right here. Bring him in.
Boo, Scotty. Love him always. But yeah.
What about you, Randall?
Well, I'll tell you, I was happy. I walked away from that one happy. We needed defensive back help big time in Philadelphia.
You don't say.
That was like, we died so many times last season just because of it. Truth be told, I still think there's 1 or 2 guys on the team that we could have probably let go of, that we ended up re-signing for another couple years. It is what it is, but Quinion Mitchell, cornerback out of Toledo.
I like him.
He looks like he's going to fit really well. Cooper out of Iowa.
Great white hype.
Another great fit.
Koopa.
They're calling it a Philly in the secondary, like dairy as in milk. Because you have Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean, the secondary.
I love it. I love that. I love a good pun.
But the defensive backs aside, I will say, I think the one thing, the big move in the draft that made me the happiest, and it was later on, was seeing the Eagles. I love moments like this, not with just the Eagles in any sport. When it happened with, in a way, when it happened with Dallas last year, I think during the draft, but watching them trade up to get Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
That was I like that. Yeah.
That was-
JJ, man,
yeah.
he's gonna be
Warm,
really
fuzzy.
good. And on top of that, like, he's home.
Yeah.
His dad is one of the greatest defenders to play for the Eagles of all time. One of my favorites ever. And to see them, like, and after the draft, of course, you know, you start seeing videos on TikTok of the draft rooms that they couldn't really put out there during the draft because they didn't want. And watching that moment where
call.
Howie Roseman called and was like, "Hey, we're thinking about trading up for you. What do you think?" To ask that player that, like, and he was just like, "You're home. You're coming home."
That
And I
that's
was
gonna say
like-
my favorite pick for the Eagles was that one.
Yeah.
I just hope he wears the cowboy collar, like the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
The big thing in the back.
Yeah.
I want him to wear that.
I do love all the backstories. That's probably like my favorite thing after the draft
Yeah.
is seeing all the phone calls, all the, you know, the parents, the mom and dads, all the backstories, the nepotism. I love it.
We had I can't remember who the player was. They showed the video of Howie calling him, and I can't remember who it was. But he's like, "Hey, it's Howie," and dude's like, "What's up, Big Pimpin'?"
Yeah.
And the comments on the video, the look on Howie Roseman's face, he's like, and the people in the comments were like, "Yeah, he was ready to hang up right then and there." But yeah, I really enjoyed seeing like some of the draft room videos afterwards. I know you're saying like the draft didn't look fun at all. I will say this: I feel like sitting in a draft room during the first round of the draft, or even the first couple days
war
of the
room?
draft.
The war room?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Cool.
that I
that
would
looked
love.
like so much fun.
I didn't say that's a different sport.
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
fun.
I'm
Different
sitting in the
ballgame.
war room.
Yeah.
Like if they sold like 10 tickets to fans.
Oh man,
It's like you sit in this corner and you
can't-
don't say
can't make a word.
freaking thing.
I'll wear duct tape on my mouth.
Yeah, don't do it.
I don't have to.
I'll wait for Jerry
That
to
sounds
die.
like Tuesday night.
I'll do it after he
well, but yeah,
Suck all the life out of the room.
I was really happy
Literally,
about
they
those picks. I think they're really going to help us. I really think Trotter coming to Philadelphia. I'm like, that was a moment. I can't remember who it was for Dallas. His dad was in the
Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn. That's who
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, but
It's been fucking great.
it was a great moment though. I mean, it
Yeah,
was.
great moment. We're playing football here. We ain't even having moments.
Not talking
I like
about
the
practice.
moments. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy about it.
Practice.
But yes, I mean, like I said, it was a cool draft. The beginning, I thought it was funny because even I was like, not really thinking it would, but hoping that it would. Like, man, somebody's got to make a big trade. I want to see some wild stuff in the first 5 picks. I want to see something crazy happen. And then they're like, yeah, no, everything that everyone's been talking about for the last month and a half, that it went exactly how everybody said it would.
I would like to give a tiny little mini shout out
Okay.
to how joyful it was for me to follow along as JJ McCarthy went to the Vikings, and we got to see our dear friends Colin Mason be so excited that his college team and his pro team were colliding. So that was really, really
That's gotta be
exciting.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, cool
that was pretty
moment.
cool. It was fun for
and
us.
he just picked his team.
Yeah, he just picked his teams in the last few years. I mean,
Yeah, so it's not like,
That's cheating.
he's a kid. I think it's okay when you're a kid.
yeah, no, it was.
Right?
Well, but
How do you think Colby picked all his teams? Because they were
No,
because
you're
they were
right.
good when he was a kid,
You're right. He's
Exactly.
a kid, then that's
Right,
Well,
and
we
he
had
still
that-
is a kid.
Well, we had that moment of confusion that Robert had to clear up for us because we were all excited
Oh,
for
with the-
Colin
with
to
the
see
trade.
McCarthy go to the Vikings, and then they said something on TV, and they were like, "Yeah, they traded with the Jets."
We were like, "Wait, what?
And we were like,
What's happening?
"What just happened?" Was like, dude, if they just traded with the Jets are trading to get McCarthy. That'd be the only reason.
But it
to trade
happened
that.
the other way.
And so yeah, for like 4 or 5 minutes, it was like, I can't believe this just happened. It was so close for Colin, and then Robert's on the message board. He's like, "Guys,
I think you're confused."
the
Well, you
Vikings
had me
traded
confused.
with the Jets. The Vikings got that pick from the Jets."
You had me confused. I was like, what's going on? All right, who's picking who? What is going on?
Whose line is it anyway?
right. Well,
I give another shout out to the Eagles. breaking another color barrier in the backfield, drafting Will Shipley out of Clemson. Got a white running back, too.
Yeah.
I mean, they are woke over there in Philly. Shout out.
Hi, have you ever heard of Christian McCaffrey?
No, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'm saying.
I mean, the Eagles doing it over there. Same draft.
Meh.
I've heard of the guy.
Well,
They,
you've
they
heard
had
of it.
another. They had another one back in the day too. That was really good. Riley Cooper.
I see, and I was trying to come up with his name earlier.
That's
When you were talking about Cooper in the secondary, I was
Damn
like,
it.
where was
Where's
that
the
other
rim
Cooper's
shot?
name?
Asshole.
Riley Cooper to Cooper to the Dean.
Cooper.
Okay. We're moving on.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Moving on. All right. Well, moving on. We do have another segment we want to talk about. That was just kind of thought about by. I don't remember. Did you had the original idea? For
Yeah.
this, but yeah, just because we try to get some topic ideas together, and they don't always work exactly how we want them. So we don't really script everything. You got to kind of flow a little bit. But Brent had the idea of bringing up a new segment that we're calling right now. We're calling "What Moves You,"
What
or as Robert
moves ya?
calls it,
Making it move.
Making it move.
But yeah, just a quick topic from everybody, something that in the last couple weeks happened, or even something maybe upcoming, something that moves you in sports. I guess it doesn't even have to be sports. It could be snacks too. 'Cause
Yeah, it could be sports. It could be
Twinkie got a new snack
I
coming
may
out.
change mine right
It's a bad
now. What
mo-
moved? What
I
made
was gonna
making
say,
it move?
okay, next Friday.
Those
yeah.
pretzels right there.
Right. I was gonna say. So, what moves you?
Yeah, I just think of something like it was an opportunity for everybody on the panel to talk about something whatever
They're
they wanted to.
Yeah.
And we already touched on it earlier. The thing that moved me this week was just watching the dominance of the Wolves last night against the Nuggets in Denver against the defending champs, laying it to them. And it's just like, oh, okay. Right. They have come to play. And I like watching Anthony Edwards come and be the face of the league almost. Just, it's incredible. So that is what moved me this week. Just shout out to those guys. They've got a stranglehold on the series. Like we talked about earlier, Denver's got to come out game 3. If they don't, they might get the brooms out, buddy. And then you just got to look out for Minnesota. Wow. That's what moved me this week.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. Robert, what moves you?
Well, I've just been watching a whole lot of baseball, basically. And while it is usually Gunnar Henderson that's moving me all the time, I'm not going to just bring him up every week. But no, Shohei Ohtani. It is insane what he's doing this year. And Mookie Betts too. But with Shohei Ohtani just focusing on hitting this year, not pitching. What his full season pace? He's on pace to hit 370, which is
Oh my God.
that's
Nuts.
ridiculous. 136 runs, 61 doubles, 48 home runs, 118 RBIs, 40 stolen bases. So that would be another 40-40 season back to back after Acuna. 451 total bases. 400 total bases hasn't happened since 2001. And 450 has only happened twice ever, and that was Babe Ruth in 21 and Rogers Hornsby in 1922. So
Interesting.
he's on pace to really have a great season. He's number 1 in batting average, number 1 in home runs in the league, and he's top 5 in RBIs. So he is on. I mean, it's very early, but that's Triple Crown watch.
And not to mention when he is pitching, he has like a sub-4, sub-3,
Right.
3.5
But I
ERA.
mean, people are asking now, he's looking so good at the bat.
Is
Is it worth it to even go back to pitching? I think it is because he's still he's an ace pitcher and he still is
Exactly.
a great hitter. I still think so.
It kind of leaves it open too. If he ever, if he comes back and he ever really does show that decline, you can move him
Exactly.
into more of a hitting role.
Exactly, and it makes me think that even if he does come back and pitch, that part of his career is not going to be extremely long. He's going to be
He'll come
hitting
back as a starter.
for the rest a long time.
I've had to eat my words because when that contract came out, I was like, this is a bad deal. I'm like, you got a guy who just blew his elbow out. He's going to have Tommy John surgery. I'm like, you're paying him buku money. I get it. MVP, like multiple MVPs. The dude has tons of talent, 100%, one of the best in the league. I was like, that's too much money to pay a guy on an if. And man, he came out and was like, they ain't paying me nothing for an if. They're paying me for what I do. So I've had to, eat some words on that one. But he's definitely showed out for the Dodgers, and I hope he stays healthy. I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I mean,
I don't either. I hope he stays healthy for baseball.
Yeah.
He's good. I do hate all the injuries that are going on.
Yeah, and I think that's just part of the game. Like
We're laughing at Kiebert's head. He's
Yeah.
like looking over
It's
his
like
back
this.
shoulder. Like, poor guy. Can we turn his head around?
You guys bring the hand up and drop it down.
Like, hey. Okay, sorry.
It won't.
Well, that's what happens when you get free stuff in Washington.
When it fell.
true.
Oh, did it fall?
Oh, it is when it fell. Yeah.
Dang,
well,
I
it's
wish
all
we
my
would have put
fault.
that on eBay.
And you screwed
It
up the
all
audio.
started with me.
Guess what?
It
That
usually does.
bobblehead is so valuable and rare. They gave us 2 of them when we went.
I bet you could go on eBay and find it.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
$20. We sold one
Yeah.
on eBay.
Probably cheaper now.
Probably. You're right.
Well, babe,
But yeah, that's what moved it.
what moves you?
I just,
Because Otani's gonna be hard to top.
I know, and now I don't even really want to talk about mine because it's kind of like boring. But I kind of alluded to it earlier, right? Like, I'm just on a Keon Coleman high. He's so adorable. And I love a good interview. It brings me back to like Marshawn, right? Like, I love to see an entertaining interview. And if he's just here so he doesn't get fined or he's running 3 touchdowns in 30 seconds, either way, I like to see it. If you didn't know, he got his coat at Macy's. He's not spending a whole lot of money.
I did hear that, yeah.
He's
He's got to
smart.
get a blue
He
and
bought
a red.
in a red one. Well, yeah, because he's got to match all of his Bills gear now.
I guess.
Yeah, it was just cute, and I just look forward to lots more like just media worthy clips that we can maybe even show here on the pod.
Could I have a secondary, just small one?
No, Brent, you've already gone. Save them for everybody
What are
else.
we even doing here?
No, I'm just saying they
It
came to me.
wasn't just what moves Brent.
No, I just a second and small. Caitlin Clark, WNBA debut. 22.
Preseason,
22? I thought it was 21. Either
21,
way.
22.
20-ish,
Yeah, she looked good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Shout
most
out her.
definitely.
selling tickets.
Randall?
Well, that sounds good. Mine is the unpopular sport, but
Oh,
what moved me this
Vroom,
week
vroom.
Sunday night, Kyle Larson went in. Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher finishing the race. It was a photo finish. It was the closest finish in NASCAR history all time. It was 1,000th of a second. I think it came out to like 2 point something inches at the line.
it usually does.
At cars, going 180 miles an hour when they crossed.
That would have been a really nice finish for Bristol when I went because I had bet on both of those guys
Oh,
to win that race. Whatever.
Maybe
that-
they're watching and they can tell you.
yeah, that was it for me. It was I like NASCAR. A lot of the races are boring. They're super boring.
Nowadays.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the whole race. I'd watched some highlights afterwards, but I watched the end of the race, and it was a wild finish. I mean, it was they were fighting it out. It was like old school racing for a few laps where they were beating and banging on each other, going through none of this clean stuff. They were both out for the win, and the fact that they both kept the cars straight and still finished that close. I did feel bad for Buescher. I like Chris Buescher. I felt bad. So when they crossed the line, they made the call that Chris Buescher won the race. It came over the radio. They were
Right.
like, "You got it. You got the
'Cause it
win."
looked like it.
Yeah, he was on the pylon up at the top, number 1 position. He crossed. They celebrated, his team and everybody. They celebrated till he came out of turn 4. And as he came out of turn 4, they're saying it's not us now. They're saying it's not us. And then they show Kyle Larson's crew chief, and he's like,
Is it us? Is it
and then
them?
you just see him start celebrating, and they were like, "Yep." So digital telemetry. Kyle Larson won 1,000th of a second.
So you were talking about how they were bumping and everything. Really, that's great. That's like old racing. And I
Robin
hear a
is
lot of
racing.
fans like, it's not the same or whatever. But they get to bumping and everything like that, and then one of their favorite drivers gets bumped and he wrecks. Well, now that other guy's a piece of shit. Blah blah blah. Why are you racing
that-
like that? That
but
guy
that
don't know how to
is
run.
racing at its core.
Only when it's Denny Hamlin.
Oh,
Thank you.
every time it's
Thank
Denny
you.
Hamlin.
Everyone hates Denny Hamlin. Oh my God, he's hitting everybody.
I mean,
Everybody hated Kyle Busch too until he changed his attitude.
I like Denny. Well, hold on. I like Denny Hamlin.
I do.
You would.
I do too.
Because I used to
would.
know what I used to have a hamster. I used to have a hamster, and he would, lived with me, and he was in the. He was in, like, wait, where are we going?
Like, where did he live with you?
No. Anyway, at night.
Denny Hamlin had a hamster.
No. Listen.
Play with. And
Listen, stop. Shut up.
wait, did you name him Denny Hamster?
No. He had a wheel in his thing, and in the middle of the night, he'd be running. I named him Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin. Get it? Like he's a hamster. Denny.
Yeah, I get it. It's not funny. That's why I'm
No,
not
it would be
laughing.
really
It
funny.
would have been funnier.
No, Denny Hamlin. You know what?
Oh goodness.
You sound
Should've just
that
made it.
sounds like a, no, it's not. Don't you hit that
Like Denny Hamlin.
Don't you hit that button.
Hit it.
Don't hit that.
Get the juju,
No.
the
No,
trombone.
Denny Hamlin
Do
is
it.
very funny.
Say it one more time, Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin.
All right, guys. Well, listen,
Rest in peace.
we are just about out of time over here. We got to do these reviews. We got to
Okay.
get these reviews on.
Snap,
All right,
snap,
let's knock these
snap.
down.
All right,
Reviews
so
out.
let's start with the chicken wings.
Yep,
The chicken wing
I'm
glaze.
doing one more. Yeah, I'm
Chicken
doing one
wing,
more.
hot dog.
Now that
I enjoyed
Do you
them.
need
I might.
I need one more.
to make my
Are there any left?
I enjoyed them. I'll probably
Take 'em.
give them about like a 7.2, something like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a what?
7.2.
You're crazy.
7. Why?
Well,
I'm not far off from Robert. I think I'm like an 8.
really,
Damn.
I'm like a 6.5.
What?
What are you?
The,
Those are so good.
the smell really is unappetizing. It really is.
It's not my favorite chip in the world. I mean,
But
7.
like, I really wanted to. As soon as I smelled them, I'm gonna rate them a 2.
Yeah.
But they taste a lot better than they smell. 6.5 for me.
Okay. Wait, one more time. Lay's Japanese.
Yeah, roasted chicken
Roasted chicken
wing.
wing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lay's potato chips, roasted chicken wing flavor.
I think that those are like an 8.5 at least. These are amazing. I love them. They're amazing.
We got Charles over here cooking chicken on the indoor
I know,
grill, loving
and
the podcast.
Charles-
Charles has been hitting up him and Mama have been hitting up the comments.
I know, I
section
love
on this
it.
thing.
Well, and
so
Tim
much.
said-
We love it. We love seeing it.
We got Tim Hip, of course. Always
Tim with the comments.
Always with the comments, Tim. But Donnie actually played like 4th string running back. So I don't think that's what the Bears were looking for. But nice shout out.
But Kit Kat, I just a refresher. I'm at a 4.5.
I don't get it.
I'm 4 flat.
I feel like it's like they got the regular wafers, but then in the space from the regular wafers to the top of the chocolate is where the Oreo pieces are.
I don't like the chocolate. They did something with that
Yeah.
chocolate.
3.5.
They're not.
Yeah.
It's not that great. They did something with the chocolate. It's got a bitter note to it. That
Yeah,
I'm
it
not-
doesn't. It's not a Kit Kat.
Well, yeah, it's not in America. I'm sure there's half the amount of sugar in that.
Yeah.
Well, no offense, when I eat a candy bar, I don't eat it to get sugar free or anything. I eat a candy bar because I want some.
a little bit of
sweet.
sugar.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are they're very okay.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 3.
now star of the show.
Yeah.
The Thai honey curry Pop Daddy pretzels. I'm giving these a solid 9. These were delicious.
Honestly,
I loved these. These were really good.
I mean, it depends on how we're going with like this numbering scale.
Drop it, Bob.
They are about as good of as a snack that you can get as far as pretzels.
They hit
go,
all
and
the
then,
notes.
so
It's salty. It's a little
I'm
sweet.
starting
it's
to
a little
debate
spicy.
why can't I just give this these a 10 because
can.
they are so good.
There is no reason you can't give them a 10.
They taste so good. I
Whatever
am
moves you.
going to go buy a few bags of those.
I always look at it like this: is like 5 to 6 or 7 is something that's worth trying. Anything above that's worth keeping in your house all the time. You get to the 9s and the 10s, that's stuff you have to have all the time.
I guess just
You
to
can eat it
leave room, I'm gonna go like 9.7.
Okay.
All right, but they
You have
are
another one or
just
two of
about as
those
close
to-
to perfect as you can get.
to kind of remind me.
Josh, would you give the pretzels? 9.2. Okay, there you go.
Really? These pretzels?
I can tell when he walked over and tried it. He was like, yeah.
I'm glad this is the end of the podcast because I'm gonna get run out of here.
Yeah. I
He's
think
not a
these are
pretzel
like
guy,
a
so-
five.
Yeah, I don't care
I'm
if people
giving
don't
these a
like my
5.
snacks.
I don't. The curry is all I taste.
That's fine. I love that.
I taste curry. I taste pretzel. I taste no honey. I taste nothing else that
I get
offsets.
honey. I get a little sweetness.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't get any of that. I don't taste anything that offsets.
I'm
the
sorry,
curry.
your
It's
heathen palate can't pick up on it.
I think we all need to go see a doctor in some ways. Because I smell pancake syrup,
I go PO.
chicken.
I thought you were joking that whole time.
No.
You were like, I smell pancake syrup. I thought it was like a throwback to the.
I
to the
clearly
IHOP.
have some sort of speech impediment.
And
And I'm an Eagles fan, so.
Yeah, God, that's mental illness in and of
So
itself.
what are you rating the pretzels?
I'm going 6.5 on the pretzels.
I think I'm gonna actually drop it down with that last one to like a 3. Wow. Yeah, not a fan.
Okay. Well,
The look on Robert's face said, I know I just said I don't care if other people don't like it, but that is kind of.
No, I just read something on my phone that I'm
Like,
confused.
you
of.
It's probably the thing I read earlier too.
No, it was.
Oh,
was it the news I sent you?
No, I hadn't. That was just something I was going to throw in at the end. Wherever my ESPN thing.
What did you say though? Because I didn't hear you.
Huh?
I don't remember now.
All good.
Yep. No, Rasheed Rice in trouble again.
Oh yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
After the whole,
Yep.
what do you get?
So he's done.
I would say he's
What do you get in trouble for this time?
an assault. I think an assault that left a person injured.
Assault.
Assault.
What about a pepper?
A
You
what?
took my joke.
But
That's better than a pepper.
A pepper. A salt. A pepper.
all right. Let's see.
I don't like pepper.
Yeah, Rasheed Rice, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, suspected in assault in Dallas, under investigation for assault at Dallas
Maybe
nightclub.
instead of trying to catch them hands.
Y'all
Trying
gotta
to
stay
catch
out of
them
these
balls.
clubs. If any NFL
Right.
players, stay out of the clubs.
Oh, you mixing in Dallas? I forgot one other thing that moved it for me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Micah Parsons in Japan with CJ
Oh,
Stroud.
throwing
and
out
they
that
went-
first pitch.
That was
Terrible.
weak. That
Yeah,
didn't make
very weak.
anything move. But Micah Parsons wrestling a sumo wrestler.
Didn't see that.
Oh.
That was
How'd
pretty
it go?
awesome.
I don't even know about that.
The sumo wrestler dogged him the first time. He couldn't move him, and then they went at it again, and it took a second, but then Micah Parsons got enough, and he pushed him all out of the circle. I was able to get him. Now it wasn't like a heavyweight sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
This was like he's still big and solid.
Like a D
But it
lineman.
made me come up. They need to start looking at sumo wrestlers for offensive linemen. You can't. They can't move these guys.
The Eagles, it wasn't a sumo wrestler, but the Eagles drafted a 400-pound dude for an offensive lineman. I don't think they drafted him. They
Oh,
picked
he's
him
like a
up.
rugby player or something. Like,
Australian dude, never
Yeah.
played a snap
No.
of football.
I mean Japanese sumo wrestlers because they are they're
Yeah.
fat, I guess, but it's solid fat. It's not flabby fat. It is solid fat, and you can't move them.
You can't move them, but I guess the teams probably look at like how well can he run.
I don't think they
downfield
could
to
be a
block?
tackle. I don't think they can be a tackle.
oh, interior 3 spots.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Well, I don't know about you guys, and gal.
I'm used to it.
This has been fun tonight. I am really enjoying this. And we unfortunately are out of time. So we are going to have to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. Anything else y'all want to throw out there before we?
No, man, I'm good.
thing
What a
together?
great, like a good
got
first
everything
episode here in the new spot.
Absolutely.
I love the live. I loved reading the comments as we go and interacting with the comments and that kind of thing. So be sure to share it next week with your friends when we go live. And
I would
You
love
get
some
more
snack
people on there.
recommendations in the comments for you.
Yeah, what do
Please
you want
tell
us
us
to
what
see us
tell
try?
us what you want us to try. I'm always looking for new ideas.
And I loved Josh Richards,
hey,
Southern Roots Media and Entertainment,
Ooh,
keeping
clap,
this thing
clap,
rocking
clap.
and rolling tonight. But yeah, with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and
that
wrap
would-
this thing up.
Much awesome help.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank you
it,
for
brother.
being here.
Yes. And with that, we are Sports Bites. We thank you guys so much for being a part of this tonight. Thank you so much for the love and support again. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment on there, give us some snack ideas, give us your takes on some of the teams that drafted, whether you liked it, whether you didn't. Let us know how you feel. Throw your names out there. Let's get some shout outs going again next week. And with that, I will say one last time, we are Sports Bites, your number one
Number one.
sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds.
I do the snacks.
Live TV, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I always say snacks.
Sports.
And snacks.
Snacks.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. So much.